about to give you 5 quick facts on Black history and Gullah Geechee people in my hometown. So right here, this is St.Simons Island, and some interesting stuff about this is, one, if you ever heard of Igbo landing, the Africans who flew back to Africa, this happened right here on St.Simons Island. 2, if you ever heard of Weeping Town, the largest sale of enslaved people ever in Savannah, Georgia. The people who are sold came from right here on St.Simons Island. 3, if you know about the Great Migration, one of the main people who led the Great Migration, Robert Abbott, who had the Chicago Defender, was born on this island. Over here is Jekyll Island. That's where the Wanderer landed. The Wanderer was the second to last slave ship to come into the United States and the last one to come into the Gullah Geechee Nation in like 1858, way after slavery was banned in terms of bringing new Africans into the United States. Jekyll also is home to St. Andrew's Beach and the Dolphin Club. That was the only beach in all of Georgia that was open, publicly accessible to Black people during the segregation era, and it became a major spot for locals to come and enjoy the beach. Even if you lived on St. Simons, you wasn't allowed to come to the beach if you was Black. You had to go all the way to Jekyll. That's my hometown over there, Brunswick. Brunswick is important because there was no wide-scale civil rights protests and riots and stuff in Brunswick. They had what was called a quiet conflict, where people like Mr. Julius C. Holt, Reverend Julius C. Holt, actually was able to negotiate with business owners. Because we are such a big part of the population and the customer base, we put so much money into the community, they were able to negotiate integration instead of having to face violence and protests like St. Augustine did. And then one more for good luck, that bridge right there is actually the Sidney Lanier Bridge, and it's the longest bridge in Georgia over water. There is a bridge in Savannah that's a little bit longer, but no other bridge in Georgia goes over more water than this one. Thank you if you made it all the way to the end of the video. I'm Kamari, I'm an expert in this stuff. Like I said, I'm from right over there in Brunswick. I made a full guide with over 150 different places to learn and connect and experience with our culture. Click the link in my bio.